Hello out there, this is Scotty with BTR News. I thought I would make this quick video. You know, we share so many different stories in our community, BTR community, and there's no way on our radio programs that we can get to all the stories. But this is a story that caught my eye. I thought I wanted to comment on. Now, I came across this old shirt that I got on. I've had this shirt probably 15, 20 years, and it got USA on it. So there was a time where I thought nothing of representing USA Inc., as I now call it, on my radio program. But those who listen to my radio program, y'all know how I feel about my military service, but also you know how I feel about those who try to use their military service as a way to take away the freedom of speech or criticism away from people who want to protest whatever here in the United States. They always, give you this narrative that people have died for your right, your liberties, your freedoms, but yet we live in a country that locks up more people than any other nation on the face of the planet and making big profit off of it. The election of Donald Trump, we saw private prison stocks go through the roof. Okay, they still practice 21st century. They're practicing slavery here in the 21st century through the slavery exception clause of the 13th Amendment. So this is the country that we live here, and why I no longer rep USA Inc. I just threw on a shirt because I needed a shirt. I would be ashamed to wear this shirt outside, to be seen in this shirt outside of my house. I really would, because this corporation, which many people think is a free republic, is not a free republic at all, but it is a corporation that works in concert with other corporations, including states, to practice slavery and race-based slavery at that, and institutional racism, classism, just all the negative isms that you can think of. That's USA Inc. But speaking of Donald Trump, there was a liberal arts college in Massachusetts, I believe is where it is. We'll pull it up here in just a bit. But you had some of their students burn a flag, which is their right to do. Come on, y'all, it's just a piece of cloth. Give up the gang mentality of USA versus the world, because I'm not joining your gang. I'm no longer part of your gang. I no longer want to participate in gang violence on the rest of the world. So just leave me out of that. So just put down. But when these veterans, and I'm a veteran, spent 6 years in the military, veteran of the Gulf War, all right? But I don't play that card. I don't come on the airways and play that card. And it just sickens me when I see people play that card. So here's this story. Let's pull up the story. Of course, reported by Fox News in the way that they like to report these sort of things and promote that gang mentality and promote their gang colors of red, white, and blue. But you have a story about veterans protesting at the college that stopped flying U.S. flags. That's the headline. Let me pull it back up. That's the headline. And, of course, Fox National picked it up. Their national propaganda outlet picked it up. But that's not their headline. That's clickbait. It's really misleading. All right. They banned all flags after some students upset with the election of an open racist and bigot and misogynist who will be going to court in I believe it's in Manhattan in New York City federal court to defend himself in a lawsuit where Jeffrey Epstein is his co-defendant, where they're both being accused of raping this woman when she was like 13 or 14 years old at a party. All right, so the students did this. They were protesting. They ended up burning the flag. When the U.S. flag went up, they would put it at half-mast or just different expressions of free speech going on. So then, now this story says dozens of veterans and other demonstrators held American flags and chanted USA at Hampshire College. Now, I just caught something. Now, when I was on Fox National, which is how I got this link to their original story, they said it was 1,000. So, just I mean, it's crazy. I can't pull it up right now, but they said it was 1,000. 1,000 veterans. And I was going to say that is just ridiculous that they would play the veteran card to go out there and protest free speech and not flying the flag, especially what it represents in the world today, not only historically, to go out there protesting because some gang colors got taken down off a flagpole. I mean, this is really juvenile behavior, but we see it every Sunday. So anyway, school officials said, let me see, college officials decided to indefinitely stop flying flags. Now, again, not just the U.S. flag, all flags. Earlier this month, after the main flag in the center of campus was burned, after students lowered the banner to half staff, officials replaced the flag, but it was lowered again. School officials say they welcome peaceful discussions about the flag discussion. Now, here we go. Probably a Republican. I can't say that for sure. Could be a Democrat too. But Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno and others at the rally said the school decision disrespects veterans and current military members. Why? Do you think that's what they fighting for? Do you think that that's disrespecting me or disrespecting my father who's a veteran of Vietnam, or my uncle, one of my uncles who's a veteran of Vietnam, or one of my second cousins who's a veteran of Vietnam, or going back even to the Civil War? And excuse me, not the Civil War, but the Revolutionary War, with one of my ancestors and his son Samuel Rankin. You think that disrespects us? Or that's what, no, that's not what we were in there fighting for. Most people go in the military, and most honest people who've been in the military will tell you they did not go in there for God and country, but that they went in there for what? For college money, for GI Bill, because the capitalist USA thinks it's a great idea to cause people to go into debt to get a so-called higher education, and then to get a degree, and then end up working as a cashier at Walmart. But anyway, this in no way disrespects any veterans. Veterans disrespect themselves when they keep representing a flag or a country that disrespects them. With I've heard up to 8 veterans a day might be killing themselves. I'm not sure, but they have a very high homeless population. We all know the stories about the Veteran Administration and the VA hospitals and all of that. All they pay veterans is lip service. Indeed, about 1 million veterans of the Gulf War, the war I participated in, which I regret, but in the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, about 1 million of those veterans are in prison. If statistics hold true with nationally, 70%, about 700,000, I estimate, are in there for nonviolent drug crimes. A lot of them using drugs to treat their PTSD. Now, here's another thing. Now, I was going to say, all right, they might have an argument, because I try to be an objective person. I said, well, maybe, if they're a public college or something, and they're taking public money and what have you, they were funded with public tax dollars, then I could see where somebody could complain. But again, they just banned all flags because of the students burning the U.S. flag, because the United States put a racist, bigot, misogynist, possibly child rapist in as the next CEO of USA Inc., expressing themselves on their private college campus. And here we got these outsiders coming in trying to make a controversy and use veterans as showcase pawns of their whatever agenda they have. Their anti-freedom, anti-liberty, anti-free speech activities. So that, yeah. But Hampshire College, which is the college in question, is a private liberal arts college in Amherst, Massachusetts, that opened up in 1970 as an experiment in alternative education in association with other colleges. So, again, this is not public property. This is private property. Those veterans, protesters, whoever, you need to respect not only the U.S. Constitution and the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights, which includes the right to not fly gang flags, but they have a right of freedom of speech and expression. And not flying a gang flag is an expression. But this is them just trying to let these emotions boil over after the election/election of Donald J. Trump as the next CEO of USA Inc. So these people, again, they be talking about respecting private property. Respect private property. This is private property. This ain't none of your business. Stay out of it. Be Bennett, who ain't in it. So I just wanted to just make a quick video about this, and I'm gonna play the veteran card every time they play the veteran card. This is despicable. Why aren't they at these colleges and universities that's flying that racist Confederate battle flag, whatever version it is? These were traitors to the United States. Why aren't you protesting and pulling them down and down here protesting these monuments to rebel Confederate soldiers and practicing racism and fighting for slavery? Because, you know, you just like them. And you're still doing it to this day. That's why you ain't got a problem with those flags and those monuments to known racists and slavers. So don't give me a break. These veterans, the few that might be there, Fox News, y'all can check their national propaganda outlet. They trying to blow it up to make it seem like it's over 1,000 people out there. And I go to the source and they, you know, it's less than 100 or so. All right, so this is Scotty. Check out my regular broadcast of BTR News at blacktalkradionetwork.com. I'm on air live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. No, excuse me, Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Peace.